Welcome to our US Briefing Show. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around the globe. First up, the Hong Kong Palace Museum is stepping into the future with its first fully digital exhibition, The Ways and Patterns. Imagine nearly 100 projectors creating immersive, interactive displays of Forbidden City motifs. It's like walking through history but with a high-tech twist. Visitors can even design their own patterns and engage sensory effects, making history fun and accessible until October 13th. Next, Malaysia is gearing up to face US tariffs with some clever strategies. During the 30-day tariff pause, they've been negotiating with US officials, trying to protect key sectors like semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. With tariffs possibly reaching 24%, Malaysia is bolstering support for exporters and SMEs, aiming to keep their economy resilient amid trade tensions. It's a high-stakes game of diplomacy and economic resilience. Finally, Hong Kong is considering civil service reforms to modernize its pay system, making it more fair and performance-based. Plus, the city is working to boost its image as a global hub by promoting culture and tourism, even as it tackles issues like escalator etiquette and social norms. All these efforts are part of Hong Kong's bigger picture to stay vibrant and competitive in a changing world. Please continue to stay tuned for more detailed insights. The South China Morning Post vividly illustrates Hong Kong Palace Museum's groundbreaking venture into digital exhibitions, transforming the traditional museum experience into an immersive, high-tech spectacle. The museum's first fully digital show, The Ways and Patterns, reimagines the Forbidden City's rich motifs, dragons, phoenixes, lotus flowers, and ocean waves, through stunning projections, interactive displays, and visual effects that envelop visitors in a sensory journey. Nearly 100 projectors create a mesmerizing environment where visitors can manipulate digital animals like long legs, a real feline from the Beijing Palace Museum, and design their own motifs, blurring the line between art and interaction. The exhibition's innovative approach, emphasizing visual and sensory engagement over static artifacts, aims to rekindle interest in cultural heritage and attract a new generation of museum goers. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reports on Malaysia's strategic preparations in facing the potential fallout from the US-China trade tensions, particularly amid the ongoing tariff negotiations. Malaysian officials are actively engaging with US counterparts, addressing key issues such as trade imbalances, security concerns, and non-tariff barriers, while safeguarding vital policies like the Bumiputra affirmative action. The government is bolstering its economic resilience through targeted financial support for exporters and SMEs, leveraging past experiences from crises like COVID-19. Malaysia's approach emphasizes regional cooperation, diversification of markets, and maintaining strategic sectors, all while navigating the uncertainties of international trade. The article underscores the importance of a well-coordinated, flexible response to safeguard Malaysia's economy amid turbulent global conditions. The South China Morning Post also highlights the pressing need for Hong Kong to modernize its civil service salary structure during challenging economic times. The outdated system, rooted in colonial-era classifications, over-rewards tenure at the expense of performance and market relevance, creating disparities, such as land surveyors earning double their private sector counterparts without promotion. With the government planning to cut civil service positions to curb spending, reforming the compensation framework is critical for fiscal sustainability. A shift toward role-based, data-driven benchmarking and transparency can ensure fairer pay, aligning public sector wages with current market standards and fostering accountability. Such reforms are essential not only for economic stability but also for restoring public confidence in Hong Kong's governance amid ongoing fiscal and social challenges. According to Nikkei Asia, Harvard University's long-standing ties with China, which once bolstered its global prestige and brought significant financial and academic influence, are now under intense scrutiny by the Trump administration. The U.S. government has accused Harvard of fostering Chinese influence operations, including alleged cooperation with the Chinese Communist Party and involvement in activities linked to human rights abuses in Xinjiang. The administration's move to revoke Harvard's ability to enroll foreign students, particularly Chinese nationals, was met with legal challenges and widespread criticism, including from former Harvard President Larry Summers, who argued that such actions harm America's global standing and strategic interests. The complexity of Harvard's China connections, ranging from research partnerships to donations, has made it a focal point for concerns over espionage, influence, and the exploitation of academic freedom, with critics warning that these measures could inadvertently weaken U.S. soft power and strategic advantage. The South China Morning Post discusses how the evolving geopolitical landscape, especially as the U.S. appears to step back from direct involvement in Ukraine, is prompting Europe to consider purchasing more American-made weapons to support Ukraine's defense against Russia. With the Biden administration's reluctance to supply further arms and sanctions stalling, European nations are contemplating independent measures, including buying U.S. military systems like Patriot batteries and sharing intelligence to sustain Ukraine's resistance. This shift underscores a broader geopolitical dilemma: whether the U.S. will continue its support amid growing uncertainty or withdraw, leaving Europe to shoulder the burden. European leaders are also exploring additional sanctions against Russia, but experts warn that a reduced U.S. role could complicate Ukraine's prospects and embolden Russia, emphasizing the delicate balance of power and the importance of continued international cooperation. The South China Morning Post further highlights how the current global disorder, exacerbated by Trump's confrontational trade policies and the erosion of the rules-based international system, has prompted countries like China and Europe to stand up against unilateral U.S. actions. As the U.S. imposes tariffs and adopts aggressive measures that violate WTO principles, China advocates for a rules-based order rooted in mutual respect and cooperation, positioning itself as a defender of global stability amid Western retreat. Hong Kong, with its unique position and extensive experience in international trade and diplomacy, is presented as a model for upholding multilateralism and safeguarding global governance. By maintaining open trade, implementing international conventions, and leveraging its strategic linkages, Hong Kong can help reinforce the rules-based system, counterbalance U.S. unilateralism, and promote a more equitable international order that protects the interests of all nations, big and small. CNN reports that Jorge Humberto Figueroa Benitez, a notorious figure linked to the violent and powerful Los Chapitos cartel, was killed during a targeted operation in Sinaloa, Mexico. Known as El Paris, Figueroa Benitez was a key player in the drug trafficking world, with the U.S. offering a hefty $1 million bounty for his capture. His death marks a significant blow to the cartel's operations, especially given his alleged involvement in conspiracy to traffic fentanyl, possession of illegal weapons, and money laundering. The operation unfolded in Navolato, near Culiacán, amidst a backdrop of violence that included the infamous 2019 Culiacanazo, a brutal clash following the brief capture of Ovidio Guzmán, the son of notorious drug lord Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. This ongoing struggle highlights the brutal, high-stakes war between Mexican authorities and drug cartels, with the U.S. closely involved through law enforcement efforts and the pursuit of cartel members linked to the deadly fentanyl trade. Meanwhile, reports suggest that some of Ovidio Guzmán's relatives have crossed into the U.S., possibly seeking witness protection or evading law enforcement, adding layers of complexity to the ongoing battle against drug trafficking and organized crime. In a separate and contrasting story, Yahoo US covers President Donald Trump's recent triumph in securing a historic deal that promises to revitalize American manufacturing, especially in Pennsylvania. U.S. Representative Dan Moiser lauded Trump's leadership, celebrating the president's success in negotiating a groundbreaking partnership with U.S. Steel and Nippon Steel, which will keep U.S. Steel's headquarters in Pittsburgh, preserve thousands of jobs, and infuse billions into the local economy. This deal is heralded as the largest steel sector investment in Pennsylvania's history, with 70,000 new jobs projected and a $14 billion economic boost expected within just over a year. Moiser detailed his relentless efforts, meeting with steelworkers, lobbying Congress, engaging with corporate leaders, and rallying bipartisan support to ensure the deal's success, emphasizing how Trump's America First policies and tariffs played a crucial role in safeguarding national security and strengthening domestic industry. The announcement was celebrated with plans for a rally in Pittsburgh, symbolizing a renewed sense of pride in American manufacturing and the country's strategic industries. This story underscores the administration's focus on economic revival, job creation, and national security through strategic investments and trade policies. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids and grown-ups too, we've got the A to Z for you. Got a question in your mind, we'll find the answer, we'll be kind. Encyclopedia on everything, laugh and learn with the zing, zing, zing. From ants to outer space, we've got the facts in one great place. For kids and